it's me again, Robin. I'm doing the presentation again this week on break-even diagrams. So sit back, enjoy, eat your popcorn, but don't make a mess, and I hope you learned something. So what exactly is a break-even diagram, and what does it have to do with what we're studying? Well, first off, a break-even diagram has to do with the break-even analysis, which is a method for finding out the minimum level of sales necessary for a firm to make a profit. A firm usually finds out or uses a break-even analysis so they can figure out just how much they have to sell before things start getting a little hairy and they're in danger of losing it. A break-even analysis is based on the costs, the prices, the production, and sales levels. It basically just takes everything they know about the company and squishes it all together and goes, that's how much you have to sell so you don't fail and lose your company. But normally people can't really see through numbers, so you create a diagram, which is called the break-even diagram, which is what we're talking about today. And this will show them exactly where the break-even point is in relation to all the other, in relation to their profit and their sales. So a break-even diagram is used by companies to show their total costs and revenue changes with increasing production and sales, as demonstrated here. In this unit, there are several things that should be kept in mind. There are some anagrams, the BEQ, the break-even quantity, the BER, the break-even revenue, the BEP, and the break-even point. Also some math formulas. The total revenue equals price times the number of items sold. The total cost is the fixed cost plus the variable cost times the number of items sold. The break-even point is the fixed points plus the price minus the variable cost. Now it is time to draw your own break-even diagram. The first step to make your diagram is to extract the data, because you can't make a diagram without data. The second step is to calculate the BEQ. This means knowing the answer before you try to start to draw, and this will save you a lot of time, hassle, and erasers. So you have the formula, so you just insert the numbers that you extracted from the data, and voila! Step 3 is a familiar face, fixing the x-axis. We all do this in math all the time because, as we all know, when you do graphing, you have to have the scales right, otherwise it is a pain. So, in this you can, if the problem gave you a maximum capacity, you would use that on the x-axis. However, if you don't have that, you can double the break-even quantity, and that will give you a good general figure. Step 4 is another familiar face, fixing the x-axis. This is done quite simply. You just find the maximum revenue. And now you are ready to draw. Step 5 is plotting the total revenue axis. The total revenue starts at the origin, so that's easy. And when you were plotting the y-axis, you discovered the maximum revenue. So you plot both points, and then you connect them. Step 6, adding the fixed cost points. Fixed costs are always the same, regardless of what the output level is. So when the output level is 0, aka on the y-axis, put a point for the fixed cost. And last but not least, step 7, adding the total cost line. The total cost starts at the fixed cost, and then in step 2 you had calculated the intersection point of the total cost and the total revenue lines, the BEP, So just connect those points and keep going through. And now you have created your own break-even diagram. I hope my presentation was up to standard, and I hope you learned something. The end.